What's up, snitches? Welcome back to another episode of We Want Gossip with Meredith and Steph. We are back this week to do a little catch-up. It's been a minute, and we have some Bachelor recaps to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Just finished watching the new episode this morning, and I do have some thoughts for Gossip of the Week. Wow. Where to begin? So I want to I don't even know if Steph knows this. Do you know what's going on with Miley Cyrus?
I saw one thing yesterday. I was so confused.
Okay, so we've got Miley Cyrus's family drama, and then I don't even know what else.
That's really, whatever else I guess we come up with.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what comes out of
we
our
got
mouths.
Love is Blind. We've got...
Oh, Love is Blind, of course. And then Real Housewives, don't ask me about it, or I'll go on a 10-minute tangent, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's see where this goes. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Update. So let's start off first. We'll do a little catch up with Steph's wedding and then a little catch up with mine. So Steph's, she just got her wedding dress for real, her personal one. And wow.
It was they ordered it. It was delivered to the shop.
Just as gorgeous as the day I first saw it.
It was honestly because it's you go so long without seeing it when you first try it on and you pick it. And then it's and my problem is usually that I always am second guessing the decisions I make a little bit. When it comes to the wedding planning, more of I agree with what I choose in general, but it's I think too much of what do other people think, or you know what I mean? Was that the right decision?
And I have the complete opposite problem.
Yeah.
I never think about my decisions I make ever. I make a decision, I go, this is it, done and done.
Yeah, you don't overthink on it.
No, but then sometimes I do need some overthinking. Absolutely. Because I go...
Totally.
You know?
I need a little less, you need a little bit more.
Yeah.
But with the dress, no, the entire time I was concerned why I wasn't having these reservations for it. I just know how much I love it. And when we saw it hanging up, 10 out of 10.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. And she got me the exact right size when she ordered it. So we only need a slight alteration to it.
Yeah, just on the length.
Yeah. And then we did the try on, because Tess was out here too. So we did the try on. Mara was up next to try on some dresses. Dresses.
Which, once again, of me making a decision, if I didn't have my mom coming out where I was I want her to be able, I would have probably pulled trig.
100%.
Not even kidding. I would have been this is the one.
Absolutely. And we were also going into it where you were just not feeling super tan.
Girlies. Let me explain myself. Okay, one, I don't even need to go through the saga with my birth control, but I got new insurance through my job, I've tried 100 birth controls within 3 months, it seems like. So, got on my new birth control. That led me, in my 26 ripe years, to have the worst acne of my life. I've never had worse acne, and cute all over my chest.
So can't self-tan, we're trying to, we were trying to, let that resolve. So we didn't want to put self-tanner all over it. But obviously when you're trying on dresses, it's the middle of winter, you haven't seen the sun.
I'm pink, guys.
And you're putting on white dresses, you're I'd like to be a little tan.
Absolutely. And it's when you're putting on self-tanner, and it's if you have, one small pimple, it's brown. Yeah. And it's I can't.
No.
I can't at all put self-tanner on that. Absolutely not.
We weren't feeling super confident.
Two, you guys have only seen 2 episodes of us with me with brown hair. But also I was back and forth. Do I want to keep my blonde hair? Or my brown hair, or do I want to go back to blonde? Mm-hmm. Yeah. As you can see, we have made the transition back to blonde. We are still in the transition, but it is happening. Yeah. So that was strike number 3. Acne, no tan, and then my hair was an issue. Yeah. 4, my worst, most heaviest period day was, you guessed it, the day we tried on the dresses. So couldn't be more bloated. Right. I almost said to Steph, I go, do we even do it?
Right. And it's
so happy we
did
gonna
be there. And it's and it's just Tess, me, and Allie. You know what I mean? It's who cares? We're just doing it for fun. We're not, your mom isn't here. We're not going to buy it. Let's just see. And we have Sydney, our stylist. We love her. So we're super comfortable. So I'm so glad we did it.
No,
it was so fun.
You were so right, because I go, just scratch it. Or I go, it's awful.
I know. No, it was so fun. They looked so good. Yeah. We're really close to finding the one, basically. But
we know exactly the style, everything about it. There were just 1 or 2 things that we were maybe we could try a different
Looking back, we're okay, we'll try out some other options and see.
Yeah. It was not the one that I had tried on. I really, really loved it. And honestly, it still might be the one. But I just I want it to almost be a little bit crisper, whiter. What Steph's is so white and crisp. Where I'm it kind of had a nude underlay, which I appreciate, but also I can see where some may like that. But I just feel I'm gonna do a beach wedding, and I want to be blinding on the beach. Right. I don't want to blend in with the sand.
Totally.
So, But that style, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Yep, that was super fun. And then we did a charm night that night when Tess was out here, and we all made charm necklaces, which I'm so mad when we went on vacation.
Forgot yours?
No, I wore them. Well, first of all, the necklace one, all of the jump rings that we used tarnished the first day in the water, all brown. Which, I mean, obviously,
the ones
you know,
that,
it's
we used here?
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
what the
hell?
hell?
And it must have been the larger ones maybe that we got from the other place, but because
the little ones we couldn't even do.
The chain was fine. Mm-hmm. But all those jump rings, which, I mean, obviously, they're charm necklaces, and half the time you're not swimming in them.
Right.
But the first day, literally, again, in the water, I get out, Adam's like, why is your neck, like, black? Like, and it's like, all the jump rings were brown, brown.
And it's like, when you're in that chlorine and hot tub, like, my rings, my real rings, like, when I get in the hot tub, why do they turn black? They eventually go away, but it's like when I was on vacation with the Maslinis last year, me and Sydney were like looking at our jewelry in the hot tub and we're like, why is it black?
Right.
And then as soon as you get out, it goes back to normal, but I go, something about that, like, chemical, it must have tarnished it if it's not 100%.
Saltwater pools. So I'm confused, but it's the shitty jump ring. So like naturally, it would be do that in the shower. So, but they were so cute. I was so mad I had to take it off. I'm like, it was such a cute piece that day,
dude.
But then, so I wore the bracelet still because I'm like, nobody can see the bracelet thing. Right. But the Crescent City Moon charm I specifically got us, that one fell off somewhere. Not sure. Saw it at the end of the week. I'm like, out of all charms, I wanted my moon.
Of course,
like,
Crescent City.
But charm night was so fun.
Yeah, we got a little trash.
Yeah, to say the least.
Where it's like, whoa, I fully died and revived myself on the couch and then proceeded to make my charm bracelet at record speed.
She could not make she didn't touch
I
one
couldn't
charm.
even look at the charms in the bowl.
Couldn't even separate which ones she wanted. Couldn't even look. Just curled up on the couch, just dead asleep, basically.
I know, I was just watching.
And then all of a sudden, a couple minutes later, it's like you've literally racked out
because remember, I just excused myself and went and took a full shower. And then you came out and you're like, did you shower? And I go, yeah, sorry, feeling a little dirty.
I'm like, I have been working on the same charm and the same jump ring, one piece for 2 hours now, and you just finished your entire necklace and you just came back to life. In 5 minutes, all of it was completed.
And I took a shower.
You have a specialty there. Wow. I need to make some more.
So freaking fun. So Steph's wedding, 6 months out. How crazy. I feel like you just got engaged yesterday.
Yep. But invites were sent. Invites are already sent.
Yeah,
RSVPs are rolling on in. We got food tasting this month.
Yep. We still got to get Adam's tux, but all the bridesmaids dresses are purchased and bought. And then we've got Steph's dress.
And then we just got Meredith's bridesmaids dresses in. We got 2 options here.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. Couldn't be more to the description that we were going for. Are we telling?
Maybe not the full description. Okay. I feel like I kind of want it to be a surprise.
I do too.
I will say that, what I wanted, of course, is like the hardest thing to find. I didn't even mean to be like that. I'm not even trying to be difficult, but it's like I have a very specific vision.
Right.
And it's not even like how specifically the style of the dresses, it's the cut and the color. And it's like, we want to have blue dresses, but it's like I want a very specific blue. I don't want that rainy day blue, and I don't want like bright blue. And it's like, it's so hard because if you look up blue dresses, it's like every blue under the sun.
Right.
So it was just a little bit harder. Like, where Steph's dresses, can I say the color?
Yeah.
Are black. So it's like, it's much easier for us to find like lot of different styles with black. Because
with the same fabric, the same thing, on a website. Like, black is pretty easy to do. Like, with hers, it was like, even on the same website, under blue, you could tell with the models they were different blues, even though they're all called the same blue, but they weren't.
No.
And then also we want a very specific fabric for this as well. And we also went with blue, 1, because something blue, but then 2, like that's such a cute color on Meredith, even though you're not wearing it, but you know what I mean? Like, of course. Totally gives you a vibe. And I
feel like it just has
on
to
the beach, like, and especially like we've seen beach weddings, which I do love, the neutral color scheme in general. But it's like when you're on the sand, everybody's in nude, like the nude's bridesmaids dresses, and sometimes that nude in a black and white photo can look white next to the bride.
And it's almost like the same thing that I was saying for like that
washed out. Like the sand is brown, you're brown. Like everybody is the same color as the sand. Like, and so I'm like, we need a pop of something on also so that the white pops in the middle too.
Yes, and we almost did yellow, but after seeing the dresses, after looking at inspo pictures, we decided on blue. But so we're cruising for a
and we have a wedding date for you. Yes. We have the location. Let's just say we're traveling out of the country.
We're going.
We got a lot of good movement there.
Yes, and it just works out that Brett and I are going to be getting married on our 10-year anniversary. It's insane that I've been dating him for a decade.
A decade.
What?
I know.
Doesn't feel like it. I guess that's a good thing. I'm like, it doesn't feel like that long.
No, not at all. What do you mean?
Just don't mind me if I'm sneezing and sniffling this episode. Those allergies are getting to me, okay?
Okay. I just realized that I have a mini vlog I need to make from when Tess was out here. I have plenty of footage to make a cute little mini vlog.
That's what was the point.
I totally forgot. So I will have a vlog coming your way from when Tess is out here.
Don't we love a vlog? We just love a vlog.
And especially like these weekends, like it's kind of like the last time last year, same thing when Tess is out here. We had a little Denver vlog with her, and it's just like a fun cutie weekend vlog.
Absolutely. And it's like we just really chilled. It was pretty great. But like
us four in the room for girls' night, licked up, talking a mile a minute, everybody screaming over each other. I mean, we knew it would be. We were so excited for that.
Dude.
Like I can't wait to just let shit fly.
Absolutely. Where I said, boys, get out of here. And it's like at one point it was me and Tess, and I'm tuning in over there, and I hear you and Allie talking over there. I go, okay, I'm hearing what there's. I go, I think I've already discussed that with that.
We have debriefed and beat these topics to death
Front
so
to
many times, and we're like, let's do them again, ladies, from the top.
Nothing I love more than life than truly rehashing something I've already talked about from the top.
What I am mad that we didn't do was rewatch our high school dance team performance videos.
Or the old vlogs. What are we doing?
I know,
we didn't do any of that.
I know.
Where it's like, God, I just can't wait to be old and crusty and look back and be like, we had a good time.
Seriously, and it's all documented. Like,
absolutely.
For the good or the bad. The cackling. Okay, let's get into it.
Bachelor.
Okay. So are you caught up on Maria a little bit?
I'm caught up. Maybe I missed a few episodes in between, but am I caught up on the most recent episode? Yeah. Listen, people. I have a new addiction. I have a new thing that's consumed my personality, and it's called Real Housewives. Mm-hmm. This is my reality show. Steph and Allie are, Love Island people.
Yeah.
Love Island people through and through. And it's like, I watched the first 2 seasons. Yeah, I liked it. But it's like, something about it I just couldn't get it on board with fully, where it's like, it wasn't consuming me like it was consuming them. What I realized is I needed middle-age drama. I needed divorce. I needed cheating. I needed affairs. I needed catty drama with old ladies yelling at each other. Yes, because I shouldn't even say old, because these ladies look awesome.
Right. But it's almost like they don't understand enough, like, the repercussions for their actions to, like, people watching the show. When people on Love Island or The Bachelor know, everybody's tuning in. I have to be on my best behavior.
No, these women are begging to be canceled. Yes. They said, please, cancel me. Begging. Oh my God. Like, and so I started out with, if anyone is wanting to get on board, please start out with Salt Lake City. I feel like it was the perfect intro into the world.
That's where I'm at right now. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm now, after rewatching those couple seasons, though, I'm feeling like I need to just move on to Beverly Hills. Like, I've done enough of them, but wow.
When I say, and Beverly Hills is like such an, like, I thought these women were like so rich, which they are. Don't get me wrong. They're loaded. But then you go to Beverly Hills and you said, no. Well, we are working in a different caliber, a different tax bracket over here.
When the Utah ladies are, like, on their girls' trips and stuff in, like, a nice villa in a nice place and they're making their own breakfasts, I'm like, anybody else would have, like, a team to do this. Or, like, you hired chefs or something to cater this. They're, like, making their own shit.
Yeah, no, when they go on trips, one of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills owns multiple casinos and hotels on the Strip in Las Vegas. So when they go to Vegas, you're going with the owner of a casino, the owner of a hotel. They own the Kings. They own all these teams and record companies and, like, X Games, where I go, it's actually insane the money level these people have. And then, of course, we've got Lisa Vanderpump, which I go, the throwbacks of, I just saw Sheena, Tom Sandoval, where I go, wow, you guys were babies and you did not have Botox at this time.
Yeah.
100%.
But this shit's gold.
Yeah, gold. So anyways, that's where I've been. I've been really busy with Real Housewives, but back to Bachelor. Steph, take it away.
Well, Maria, like, I know I got, like, multiple opinions.
Before we get into it, let's acknowledge who the full 4 are.
Okay.
So we've got Maria, obviously, Rachel, and then Daisy and Kelsey. All of these girls, for some reason, seem so real to me versus the other ones.
For sure.
Like, Kelsey and Maria, I'd say the most.
Yeah.
You know, like, Rachel and Daisy are real too, but I do feel like they're pandering to, like, the I'm on Bachelor a little bit. You know, like, they really are feeding into, like, for example, with Maria's date, when they did the Niagara Falls, thank you for bringing the shots, where it's like, that's a little, I don't feel like I've ever seen anybody do that. Like, let's take a shot.
Totally.
Hilarious.
Absolutely.
And fun. And, like, him doing the cartwheel and stuff, where I go, you guys feel like an actual couple, like, you're actually having fun together, instead of, like, this is all for show.
Yeah. So. And I feel like the entire the entire drama with Maria this season, like, I was on Maria's side completely. We don't even have to even hash into it. It's like,
you guys know.
She did nothing wrong. Everybody made it a big deal. Like, I'm just confused why because everybody was so insecure on her being gorgeous, having a bold personality.
Yeah.
And you're trying to make her into something that she's not. Like,
yeah, absolutely. And it's like, I'm still so confused why everyone was pissed. We're pissed that she said she's not old.
Right.
Like, what's the insult?
The comment that they were even mad about isn't even an insult. It's actually on your side. You just didn't like that, and maybe just she didn't acknowledge
her feelings,
that you were feeling that way. But it's like, but she was trying to, if anything, to make you feel better.
Yeah, and it's like, also, she wasn't telling you. She
wasn't
talking bad about you. She wasn't making things up about you. She was saying, I'm older too. Right. I'm not 22 in this house. I'm 29. You're 31.
Yeah.
We're the older women in the house. We're more mature. We have more stuff. And it's like, one thing, even with Medina to like Sydney or Leah, like, just those few years, you can tell, like, the maturity. I mean, like, from Leah, I think Leah was 23, or is it Leia? Leia was 23, and then Medina was 31, and it's just like, the way, like, Leia was so pissed that she wasn't sticking up for Sydney.
That, like, Sydney's been booted based off of her own actions of her constantly poking the bear and making shit up. That has nothing to do with her.
And, like, watching Sydney, oh my, where's the delusion?
Seriously. Like, can she just leave me alone? What are you talking about?
You're coming after her.
Maria has not said anything. Like, no, and I'm trying to keep the peace, so I'm going to re-bring this up.
Also, let me reenact my favorite episode, or my favorite scene of the season, where she's like, you know what? I don't want to be around this toxic energy anymore, so I'm going to excuse myself. Did you guys hear that I'm leaving? Anybody want to come with me?
Feel free to follow me out,
Anybody want to come?
Crickets.
The fact that she came back. What a horrible storm out. Oh my God.
And then to risk it all by saying, who's with me? Not one person. Stop. I could not watch. I could not. No. Yeah, she had that coming. And then for Leia to be pissed at Medina, who this was originally about. Yeah. Like, you know, where it's like, if she's not upset, then let's let it go. Mm-hmm. And Leia being like, with Sydney gone, you're being nice to Maria. Well, yeah, Sydney's gone. Medina's like, I have to live with Maria. It is I was the one hurt by this in the beginning. I can choose to forgive her.
Once again, can someone point me out the insult, what was done wrong? Can someone help me? I'm so...
And Medina doesn't even seem mad about it. Like,
right, no.
It's like, what? And she's like, no, Sydney, like, dug her own grave with that. Like, she shouldn't have said anything.
And right here is why I've been balls deep in Real Housewives. I go, this is the stupidest drama I've literally ever heard. Where I go, oh my God, can we get, like, Victoria back in here where she's, like, actually being mean to people, where you have a reason to be pissed?
100%.
Where it's like, we're going after Maria and we're making shit up. Once again, I loved Maria breaking the fourth wall and just being like, you know this is recorded, right? Yeah. Like, we all are aware that this is recorded.
Oh my God, the making shit up. The look on Maria's face when she finds out that Sydney was saying that, like, she told Leia to shut the fuck up. Yeah. And she's like, well, that's, like, genuinely those moments for us where it's like,
oh, yeah.
Okay, I haven't even heard that rumor. Like, that, you individually made that up. You didn't hear that from anybody else. That's not a rumor I've ever heard. You made that up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Out of thin air. Like, everything is recorded, Sydney.
Yeah,
like,
where it's like, I would actually love to hear what I said. I would love to hear what you think I said, because it's like, when? From, like, when?
Wow, like, that's scary. Like,
yeah, but then the fact that Maria, where I go, thank God, once again, like, because we'll do our own little thing about Joey, because I have so many props to give him, but, like, one, thank you for seeing through the bullshit, where it's like, that's tough as the lead, to, like, really weed through who's making shit up and telling lies, where it's like, to get not only through Sydney, but also to get through Leia, and then as well of Marina, and he's still believing her all the way through it, where it's like, and that would drive me absolutely nuts, of, like, now I'm painted as this bully when I've been nothing but nice.
For sure.
And it's like, sorry, I'm outspoken. Genuinely. That's something I would say in 2 seconds of, like, you know.
Nothing to feel bad about. Like,
right. Like, maybe she was, like, thinking maybe the tears that Medina had were a little over the top or something. But it's, like, more of where she was coming from is, like.
There's nothing to be insecure about with your age. I'm the same age and I feel just fine. If anything, needs a pro.
Yeah, I'm a little older too. Who cares? Like, I'm the oldest in the house. Yeah, I guess I can understand how that might make you feel.
And also, Maria doesn't know you, so how would she know that you need a warm and fuzzy coddle in that moment?
Yeah,
you know, it's like, oh my gosh. Like, and then, But then my thing a little bit is like the only time I was kind of like with Maria, like the immaturity showing was near the end, like when she was just so hot and cold with Joey, seeing what she could like, what reaction she could kind of get based off of her behavior, you know, like, I'm gonna leave, like, I can't watch you kiss other girls. And he's like, well, okay, is that your final decision, you know? And she's like, yeah. And then she comes right back and she's like, well, actually, no, that was just my insecurity talking. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna leave. And then, sorry for saying that. And then it's like, but I'm not gonna kiss you because you've been, like, I'm not gonna kiss you so that you can learn your lesson. And then he's like, and then she kisses him right then. Dude. So it's like the hot and the cold. I need somebody like stable and that thinks about their emotions before they speak. Totally. And like, you know what I mean? Of like, if we're having a serious conversation on something like this, it can't just be your impulsive reaction to something because you're upset.
Consistency is key.
Right.
100%.
And it's just the hot and the cold was too much where I'm like, yeah. And she knew she kind of messed up with that.
Absolutely she did. And I think she, once again, knew she messed up in this episode when she didn't tell him she loved him, you know? And it's like, and she wanted to say it and she didn't. And then she ended up going home.
Because it's like, this is not the show to play hard to get.
No. I understand of like wanting to protect your heart and not wanting to get hurt, but it's like,
and saying, you know, me seeing you with other girls is maybe the reason why I'm feeling like a little bit, you know, not as an open book to you or, you know, a little reserved. But it's also like in that moment when you brought that up to him saying like it's me or them, like, did you actually think by saying this he's going to drop the show mid-season? You know, it's like, what were you trying to get at with that end game?
Yeah, like, no.
Besides, like, making it seem that you have him on a leash, like, or something, you know?
No, I really do think, though, that Maria will be Bachelorette.
Oh, I'd love it.
I think, one, she's so hot and, like sexually appealing. Like, I love that not only does she, like, have, like, a sensual vibe about her, but she owns it.
For
like,
sure.
I even liked when she got into that little other outfit in, like, the very first or second episode where it's, like, all the girls were so pissed. Get in that outfit.
Yeah.
So,
like, you guys didn't think about it first.
Absolutely. Like, let me, and then also just even her first gown. You know, like, Allie, when she was watching it, she goes, that's the prettiest gown I've ever seen on
I watched
Bachelor.
somebody break down all of the outfits she wore. She's thousands of dollars for with each outfit. Thousands of dollars.
I'm sure. She's like, I
her
feel
budget
like she's
was
loaded.
to no extent.
Absolutely. So and also I think guys will like her personality. She's fun. She doesn't really care. She's not like too prim and proper, prudish. You know, it's like she's gonna be like she's gonna be like a Hannah Brown of like, you know, she says what she says. The only thing that I do worry about is her juggling multiple relationships. Like she doesn't seem very emotionally advanced or like not. I didn't want to say emotionally intelligent because she is, but it's like you can tell that like you were saying like there are some immaturity things that she does like that, like the hot and the cold. Like I'm not gonna kiss you. Yes, I am. Are you gonna pick me? No. Okay, I'm leaving. Just kidding.
Like the kind of girlfriend that like picks on her boyfriend or like you know what I mean of just like he's not your little toy, right? You know, like to make her feel dominant, like making him feel small,
right?
Like,
and I feel like she does need someone more like Joey. You know, it's like me and Brett, like we're like the opposites, but the opposites work. You know, I'm like loud and like,
I think that would help her learn,
like bring it down,
of like that you don't have to be insecure, right? You know what I mean? You don't have to lash out or act this way in certain moments because you're not feeling like fully confident.
But it's like their date. Like their one-on-one, I go, this seems like you guys are a real couple. Like you guys totally seems relaxed,
they have
chill.
Every like piece of the puzzle of like they've got like the lust, the love, the communication. You know what I mean? Like
communication's a little. So I haven't told you this, but David told me who won. But Mom told me that Reality Steve was wrong, and David doesn't know that Reality Steve is wrong,
and so he thought it was Reality Steve.
Yeah, he got Reality Steve leaked like he always does who was going to win. But then Mom told me, I even said to him, I go, Reality Steve isn't always right. Yeah. Like, he isn't always right. And then now people are thinking he chose someone else based on, like, the evidence of, like, their stories and their locations and where they've been. So now I genuinely don't know who wins.
Okay, good.
So I'm back to in the dark, but we'll see.
Unless it comes down to that person and the other person, and then you know, well, it's not that person, so it's
totally. But like he keeps referencing, you know, like how this season has never been like what happens this season has never happened before. It's not that it's the most dramatic
alternative endings we could have.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not that it was the most dramatic season ever. It was like, but this what happens has never happened before. Whoa. So like, what are the options?
Maybe he gets broken up with, and that first girl that comes out of the limo, or the second girl.
Has that not happened? I think that's happened before.
That during the proposal, the other person breaks up with the bachelor or bachelorette.
Maybe not at that final moment, but like that has happened. You know, Desiree.
And they've also left early. Like they've also done all that. So the only thing that I don't think has happened is somebody breaking up with them at the altar, either the first person or the second person. Definitely not the second person.
Sometimes Daisy gives me like Cassie energy from Colton season. Like you know how Cassie was like clearly the front runner, but like she couldn't commit because like the other people were there, and she's like, I'm gonna take myself out, and he's like, no, you're the one. Like I'm gonna go get you.
So, and I was gonna say too that like Daisy kind of reminds us, like, at first when she was saying, which I appreciated actually, her being honest and not just looking for a reaction like Maria would have done in this same type of moment, like, or, you know what I mean? It was kind of similar to Maria of being like, you know, I don't know if I can do this moving forward, but instead Daisy, when she said, maybe you missed that episode, but Daisy said to him on their first date, or their one-on-one, she was just like, I can see myself falling in love with you. Like, I can picture it being me and you.
But she needed her family to meet them.
Yeah, she was just like, I'm going to be honest, like, I'm not there yet, though, like, at all. Like, she's like, I really like you, but, like, you know, if that's going to affect, I just have to be honest of where I'm at, and that I'm not in love with you yet.
Right.
And
I feel like at this point is when reality starts to really set in.
Yeah.
For everybody that goes on the show. So just, like, obsessed with the lead. But then as soon as it starts dwindling down, they're like, wait, I could actually be engaged in a week. Like, does that feel right?
She even acknowledged, I think, at the hometowns a little bit of, like, she was kind of self-sabotaging.
Yes.
You know, of, like, she's like, I do really like him.
Yeah, because
it's
know? Like, when her dad asked, are you falling in love with him? She said yes. Yeah. So it's like, you are.
You're right. Yeah.
And then Rachel. Oh, Rachel, what a sweetie pie. I love her. Love her so freaking much.
It's just not going to be her.
No, it's not going to be her.
But I love their little barbecue, or like, you know, their family activities they did together. Oh my God,
absolutely. Like the flower crown.
When they had the flower crown and like the lay, and then they were doing the like the jump step thing. I'm like, that is giving a movie scene of, you know, like them like doing it together, the family watching. So cute.
100%.
She's adorable.
She is the sweetest person, and I've liked her since the wedding day.
Yeah.
Like, when she ended up getting the rose, you know, she's just so sweet and down to earth.
Yeah, she's cool.
And it's like, this is where I get pissed, because, like, these people would be great on Paradise, and I don't think Paradise is happening again. Like, they're not doing it again.
Wait.
I don't think so, because of how bad the ratings have been in the past few seasons. But to no fault of the contestants, you guys are blatantly hoeing people, making like awful decisions of when people come in, you know, where it's like,
absolutely.
Like Rachel Recchia, the ex-bachelorette, like, she had so much potential to be a great front runner in Bachelor in Paradise, and it's like she kept getting hoed all the time.
And also, they need to add something into it.
I was thinking regular people. Bring in new regular people to Bachelor in Paradise with the contestants. Like, that would amp it up. It would actually open up the floor, because we don't know every single person's personality.
Yeah, and then the past few years with social media, everybody's already been able to talk, and we've already, you know, come to that head, like, of, you know, that issue, like, where it's like they already all have history and know each other, like, but also they need to do something a little bit, you know, a spinoff of, you know, some of the things that people love out of Love Island. You know, they need to add
they
something.
tried Casa Amor, but it didn't work. It was like they did it way too late, where everybody was like locked up and like annoyed by this.
For sure.
And like all of the girls, when they went with the guys, they were like not into the guys even remotely.
And it's like, and every night it's just them drinking on the beach and somebody's in an argument. You know, it's like, we've got to spruce it up. And by you taking them to the random dance with the random DJ in costume is not it. Like, and also that's too late too. Like, you know, I don't know.
So like that's
but also
why
I love it. Like,
Golden Bachelor actually really helped the ratings. Like, really helped Bachelor's ratings. And now, like, and that's partially why I think Joey's season is doing so well, but not really just because of that. It's because of Joey.
For sure.
Who is the lead makes such a difference.
The amount of people tuning in, if Maria was the lead right there, done deal.
Well, this is the most watched season since Peter's, Pilot Pete. But it's like, it's not even that I'm bashing Clayton or Zach or anybody. Actually, Clayton with his dancing, I am not a fan whatsoever. Stop it. What's going on? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, check out his TikTok.
I have literally
it's
no
the
words.
Stanky leg. What are you doing?
He wants to be on Dancing with the Stars.
This is like his audition round.
That's for me what makes it so much worse.
Yeah. It's an egg.
Is that you're trying so hard to get asked to be on Dancing with the Stars. I just love dancing now. It's my passion. Hey, Stanky.
And it's like, he always is doing like the, what is it, like the gritty. Like, why are you always doing the gritty?
And I'm like, absolutely not, sir.
No.
Please.
What was this one when we were in high school?
Yeah. The Burning Man.
The Burning Man. Yeah. The Burning. Where it's like, why are we... Anyways.
So imagine him doing the hop thing that I hate from the TikTok boys. If I ever saw him do that move, dude, seriously put me down immediately. Like, no.
Well, I remember when me and you stayed up late up north in Oscoda learning every move to hit the quan, okay? So, I don't think we have a ton to talk.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, we've been there, done that.
But I'm not pitching for Dancing with the Stars on my TikTok.
No.
Oh, my gosh.
So, Clayton and Zach, it's not that they're ugly or undesirable, but it's like, Joey is the dream. He is emotionally intelligent. Even watching him talk to the parents at Hometown Side, go, thank you. Yes. He is a master at communication. Mm-hmm. He is so freaking cute and sweet,
and it happens naturally, like, because like you were even saying, he naturally has different responses to everybody's, like, you know, traumas that they bring to him, or when they're honest. Like, it's not the I'm sorry to hear that, thanks for telling me.
No, it's always like thank you for telling me.
Yeah, that must have been hard.
Oh my God,
he's got such, and he remembers specific things about them too. Like,
yeah, like it's like just like it's just a little shift of, like, actually caring, you know? It's like when Daisy said the stuff about her cochlear implant of, like, let me see.
Right.
You know, like, when people say, like, that they have, like, a loved one that passed or something, instead of just saying, like, I'm sorry, like, that happened to you, you know? I love when people are like, you know, tell me about Tori.
Right, totally.
Because I got 1,000 things to say, you know? Where it's like, I love when people ask instead of just being like, sorry, you know, or something like that.
For sure.
That's the same thing of, like, let me see.
Yeah,
tell me the story.
He's, like, asking to actually listen to the answer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
also, did you see the stuff about him having jaundis and, like, the Gilbert stuff? Have you seen the Gilbert syndrome?
Gilbert. Yeah, I've seen it. And what's, like, I thought we knew that about him, but also I just thought his eyes looked really cool. Like, I didn't even notice it. I didn't notice it was the whites of his eyes. Just like, wow, his eyes look really yellow in this scene.
They're like, they're really green.
But really green and, like, colorful. Or whatever,
but it's like
bright.
he has all throughout Twitter, like, his whole season, everybody's been saying he needs to go to the hospital because he might have jaundice because of how yellow the whites of his eyes are. And apparently he has, correct me if I'm wrong, Gilbert from the French woman herself right here. Croissant. He came on and made a whole thing about it and says, like, I actually have Gilbert syndrome or Gilbert syndrome. And it makes the whites of his eyes yellow, and he's perfectly healthy.
It is a liver thing, like with jaundice.
Yeah,
same
absolutely.
thing, you know,
but he's like, he goes, I'm perfectly healthy. It's just when I get stressed, it makes it worse.
And when you're traveling, not drinking enough water, he's absolutely the situation he's in. He's at hotels, 100%. Traveling around, like, and he's having drinks at the cocktail nights. You know, it's like that also affects it.
Absolutely, triggers for sure.
You look gorgeous, Joey boy.
Absolutely,
Ain't no thing.
Literally love
none of my business
to death. And it's like, can everybody just take notes? You're bringing Bachelor watchers out of the woodworks for Joey. It's like it's the most watched season in a long time for a reason, people. Let's not fuck it up again, okay?
Don't get it twisted. Please bring me up to speed on this Cyrus family debacle. What's happening? And
giving a tad incestuous, if you will.
No, absolutely. That's what I gathered.
So, let's bring it back.
I saw the face of the man. I would not have known his... Yes, I know who he is.
Yeah, he's from Prison Break.
Okay.
The brother that was in jail.
Wow, and in the photo he looked much older.
Because he is older now.
But yes, I know exactly then.
So, let's lay the timeline out. Noah Cyrus, 22. She was dating a man named Dominic Purcell, a.k.a. the brother that is in Prison Break that is in prison.
The youngest? No... So, like, Noah Cyrus.
Yeah.
Was dating him?
Yeah.
What's that age gap there?
I think he's
20-some years.
Yeah, he's like 48 or maybe 50. And she's 22. Mm-hmm. They dated for 8 months. They were dating for 8 months, and I think they broke up just because of, like, she was a little too immature. Like, you know, they have that obvious age difference, you know. And they ended up breaking up. Billy Ray and Tish had already been broken up for a long time, but when she was in her marriage to Billy Ray, her hall pass was, you guessed it, Dominic Purcell to Billy Ray. Like, they each had, like, a hall pass joke, you know, whatever. That was hers. So Dominic and Noah dated for 8 months. They break up. Few months later, he DMs Tish on Instagram and asks her out and says, you know, like, I think you're a great mother. You know, I've really been paying attention to you. Like,
I was just dating your daughter.
Yeah,
she's little young. I'd love to go for the mother.
Absolutely. And so he then starts talking to her. They then start going out, fall in love, get married. And Noah, when they get married, I remember the news a long time ago when they got married, and it was like, where was Noah and the brother? Like, there was two siblings missing.
I didn't realize that
where
was
him Noah? And Miley was maid of honor.
Right.
And so, literally, they got married, and Tish did not banned Noah from coming to her wedding. Miley had no idea. Miley was maid of honor. Apparently, she has come out and said she had no idea any of this was going on. She just thought, like, Noah wasn't there because Noah wasn't there. Like, didn't really dig into it. Yeah. I guess, which I go, for me, I would be like, David, what are you doing?
Right,
or it's like, why would you be there?
Mom's second wedding.
Yeah, it's like, whatever. Yeah, who cares? So, yeah. So now there's all this beef between Tish and her daughter, Noah, because she married her ex-boyfriend.
Is she still married to him?
Yeah, currently.
Oh.
She just went on Call Her Daddy and talked all about her relationship, how they met, how they fell in love, you know, that he was her hall pass. Like, went into the full love story.
About him. Wow, everything is coming full circle for me, because I remember all points of the story.
Yes,
did not connect. And, you know, I've been wondering for a long time. There's always been, like, some family feuds, it seemed like. You know, some people are talking, some people aren't.
And it's like, who takes Billy's side? Because that's what people thought in the press was, like, she's obviously taking Billy's side.
Because Billy...
He got also remarried.
To, the girl that he's married to, or whatever, is,
I know.
I watched that whole thing with them. They had, like, a show or something.
Yeah.
But she came from somewhere with that. Like, they had their own, like, story with how that came together.
Yeah.
But, like, no, like, based off of Tana Mojo, which, you know, whatever, like, you know, she's always had kind of some beef with Noah, hot and cold, whatever.
What?
I want to say, like, Noah was either, there was a love triangle there with Tana. Like, so I've only heard from Tana's side, you know, the not great things about Noah, you know, whatever, of, like, and just that family's dynamic of having some hot and coldness as well.
Totally.
But wow, I didn't realize that. But, and also, like, for Tish, the other daughter, the other
Brandy,
Cyrus, Brandy being, like, obviously still close with the mom and like best friends, where it's like you don't feel like anything weird there is a thing,
right? And that's the piece.
My stepdad slept with me, like, or my other sister.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're so
like,
right.
What do you mean? And it's
like
not
that.
like she's 30 something. It's like
no,
she's
20,
22. Like
22.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
So we'll keep you
But
posted.
I initially was thinking when everybody was saying this that they were like spotted like all hooking up. The rumor was that they were all hooking up together, and I go,
no.
That's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
But I still draw the line at that's weird.
Like, imagine your mom dating your ex-boyfriend, marrying your ex-boyfriend. That is unforgivable in some some
and it's
circles.
not like, and I get it if like, you know, he's not like the good man she was with isn't like like, you know, it makes more sense for him to be with her. Yeah, but it's like I had him first. That's weird.
Absolutely,
that's weird. How are we ever like, if the fact that I can't even come to your wedding because of it, then why are you even with him? You're gonna choose him over your daughter. It's straight up what that is.
Yeah.
Regardless of if you hate, we're in a huge fight and all this, I'm still your daughter at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And you still love your other daughter, so it's like why you chose him over me.
Right, yeah.
You did.
Regardless
you married him. Of the bullshit, you did.
You married him.
So and she wasn't invited.
So yeah,
she did have him first, but also maybe they were already tiffing Noah and Tish, and she went after him specifically to be like, I slept with your number one like fan crush or whatever.
Absolutely, like your celebrity crush.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hello.
Well, that's a bunch of drama that I can just noodle on for a bit.
Absolutely. All right, snitches, that's a wrap on this week's episode. Make sure to subscribe, leave a review.
And we will see you, snitches, eventually for another gossip update.